Today, my friends, it's Wednesday, and you all know what's gonna happen on Wednesday because you clicked on this video and you can see the beloved title, above. Today, on this video, I will give you the full results of tomorrow night's WWE SmackDown. So I think we should kick off this video. Okay. So the New Day opens the show for a promo, but they were interrupted by the Club. After dealing some words between those two, we see that a match is confirmed in the main event, and that is Kofi Kingston will face AJ Styles on the main event of SmackDown. And this, first when I saw this, it's very cool because there's, Kofi Kingston hasn't had a main event spot in a very, very long time. And yes, it's on SmackDown, but when they're doing their brand split, maybe other superstar that we don't think that would never have a main event spot might actually have it. So it was actually cool to see that Kofi Kingston will face AJ Styles at the main event. So we have to wait and see what's going to happen. Now after that segment between the Club and the New Day, we had commercials. After the commercials, we had Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. And before I go on here, I want to apologize. If you watch my previous videos, I actually said that Natalia would face Charlotte here, but I was kind of wrong here, as you can see. So I have to apologize because I was meant to say that Becky Lynch would face Charlotte, not Natalia. So I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, Becky Lynch actually defeated Charlotte in this match, in a non-title match, of course. But that was actually thanks to the interference from Dana Brooke. After the interference, Dana Brooke and Charlotte was actually attacking Becky Lynch, so it was basically a 2-on-1. But afterwards, Natalia runs into the ring to save Becky Lynch. So I actually think that on Money in the Bank we will have a tag team match between Becky Lynch and Natalia versus Charlotte and Dana Brooke. Personally, I don't want to see that. I would rather see Becky Lynch versus Charlotte alone for the title, but maybe that's just me, guys. If you have your own opinion, please give me that in the comment section down below. And yeah, but anyway, let's move forward. Now after the women's match, we had a backstage interview, and this backstage interview led to Dean Ambrose and Sami Zayn teaming up to face Kevin Owens and Alberto Del Rio, and that is actually booked later tonight. Now after the backstage interview, we saw the Dudley Boys versus Golden Truth. The Dudley Boys actually defeated Golden Truth when Tyler Breeze and Fandango distracted them. So that led to the Dudley Boys getting the win. I don't know what's going to happen at Money in the Bank between this feud. Are we gonna have like 2 tag team matches or maybe 3 tag team matches? Because are we going to see Golden Truth versus Tyler Breeze and Fandango at Money in the Bank? Like, this feud is completely weird to me. I don't know if you like it, but I like Tyler Breeze, I like Goldust. I like them. The only guy I don't like is Fandango. I think he's terrible. You have your own opinion, fine, but I think Fandango is terrible. But I don't know where this feud is what's happening with this feud, because this kind of promo slash feud has been going around for a while right now. So when are we actually going to see the end of this? Because after weeks, I'm kind of getting a little bit boring, of this, promos and backstage, segments between each other, when each of them, talking trash to each other. I don't know if you have the same opinion as I do, but like, what's going to happen with all, Golden Truth and, Tyler Breeze and Fandango? Personally, I would love to see Tyler Breeze, get a title, because he deserves much better than he does right now. So this just proves that Vince McMahon and the WWE creativities doesn't know how to fucking book a superstar. But anyway, I'm not gonna rant here on this video, so let's move on. Now after the Dudley Boys and Golden Truth match, we saw another match for the show, and now we saw the tag team matches between Sami Zayn teams up with Dean Ambrose to face Kevin Owens and Alberto Del Rio. And of course, the face always win, because Sami Zayn and Dean Ambrose actually defeated Kevin Owens and Alberto Del Rio. After the match, so a huge brawl, a brawl broke out in the ring, where many superstars run to the ring to set up a spot where they want to grab the Money in the Bank briefcase that was hanging down the air. We also saw a cool spot where Cesaro ran down and trying to grab the Money in the Bank briefcase hanging above the ring. So this was kind of cool to see, because this year I'm actually pumped to see who is going to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, because there's a lot of guys that I think deserves to win it. And looking at this, where they want to try to focus on Cesaro, or WWE trying to make it look like Cesaro is going to win this year. Personally, I would love to see that Cesaro wins the title, because Cesaro deserves a title right now, and he's there's no words how to describe Cesaro. I mean, he is so fucking phenomenal, and I know AJ Styles is the phenomenal one, but Cesaro is a true fucking good technical wrestler. So it's gonna be interesting to see who is actually leaving the Money in the Bank with the briefcase. Now, after a huge brawl, we had yet another commercials, like we always have. After the boring fucking commercials, we saw the United States Champion Rusev versus Jack Swagger. Yeah, you heard right. Jack Swagger has returned to the WWE. Yay! To be honest, I was kind of skeptical if we would see Jack Swagger on television, but lucky here we had him. But unfortunately, Rusev defeated Jack Swagger by disqualification when Rusev wouldn't, break the accolade. This led to Titus O'Neil ran out to the ring to make the save. And here I'm also kind of looking forward to see that if Titus O'Neil will face Rusev at Money in the Bank for the United States Champion, because both Rusev and Titus O'Neil has been feuding for a while right now. So it's gonna be cool to see if Titus O'Neil is gonna get his title match, and hopefully he's gonna win, because I'd rather see Titus O'Neil win the title than to have Rusev as a title. Because Titus O'Neil is also the guy who deserves much better in WWE. Because Titus O'Neil is, like I've said in many times, he's a good wrestler. He's underrated as hell. People don't see him as a big mid-carder. I think that's bullshit, because I see so much good potential in Titus O'Neil. So I think it would be a good idea to give Titus O'Neil the United States Champion. But I don't know what you think, guys, so let me know in the comment section below. Do you think that Titus O'Neil deserves the United States Champion, or do you rather have Rusev holding it? Anyway, after that match, we finally had the main event of the show, which was AJ Styles, the fucking phenomenal one, take on Kofi fucking Kingston. I mean, just look at his paper, on a fucking paper. It looks like a fucking video game where you can book every random match. This match looks random because it was random. But however, Jack Swagger defeated Kofi Kingston with that Styles Clash. And I know people say like, oh my god, WWE might ban the Styles Clash. But nope, he used it today, and he still is going to use it. But anyway, like I said, Kofi Kingston defeated, Jack Swagger defeated Kofi Kingston with the Styles Clash, and there was a big brawl at the ringside between the New Day and the Club, before the match, which led to the referee disqualified both them. So yeah, that was the show, guys. This show was kind of good. Not the best show, but I would say it was a good wrestling show, of course. I think the only match that was kind of weird was the Golden Truth versus the Jolly Boys. because I don't know where the Golden Truth versus Tyler Breeze and Fandango's feud are going, like I said. But to pick, you know, the best matches of tonight, I would say, fuck, this is hard, guys, but I would actually say that the main event between AJ Styles and Kofi fucking Kingston was, in my own opinion, the best matches of tonight, because it was so fun to see Kofi Kingston getting his, you know, main event spot, because Kofi Kingston deserves it. And I was also shocked to see that the New Day was actually open in SmackDown. So yeah, and it's also I'm looking forward to see how the brand split in WWE is going to take place, how it will work, and if we'll get new titles and stuff like that. But that's in another video. And to give my overall on this show, I actually think that you should watch it. This show wasn't, you know, that's important that, like, let's say, like, you must watch it tomorrow. If you want to, you know, hit record and watch it another day, it's fine, because you didn't miss anything that special. But I would say I will actually recommend this, because it was actually a decent wrestling, you know, show, like I said. So yeah, guys, that's all for me. And if I can give this, you know, this whole show a grade, I will give it it's kind of hard, but since it was a good and decent show, I give it an 8 out of 10. So yeah, guys, that's all for me. Please like, subscribe, and stay tuned to my channel. More of this kind of news and a lot more are coming to my channel. Stay tuned, and as always, have a nice day. Peace, guys.